Now at 10, a late-night police shootout in Newington left 2 officers injured and a suspect dead Friday. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10:37. I'm Priscilla Meza. Tonight, we're getting a closer look at what happened, including photos from a neighbor who was home when the gunfire erupted. It was just after 11:30 Friday night when Faris Al-Ramahi says he heard screaming outside his Newington home. Then came the gunshots.
By the time I got to the window, I heard a lot of gunshots. And that's when the suspect went down and the officer was injured right here behind me.
Faris took these photos from his home showing the area where police say the shootout happened on Webster Court near the Rocky Hill town line.
I took the ground just in case, I didn't know where was the shooting or where the direction was. So, and then I looked out the window and I saw the suspect laying on the ground and all the police started gathering.
Hartford police say this started at around 11 Friday night when officers were investigating illegal activity at 9 Fale Street. They say the man ran from the area. During a struggle, an officer says he felt what he believed was a gun in the suspect's waistband. The suspect then got into a vehicle and drove away. Police drove after the vehicle south through Hartford and into the surrounding towns. It was eventually stopped on Webster Court in Newington. Police say the suspect got out and fired at officers who fired back. The suspect was killed, and a firearm was also found at the scene.
It was very terrifying. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought it was fireworks. But when I actually realized that this is someone getting shot, it was really terrifying.
The injured Hartford officer was identified by the police department as Alex Diaz. Rocky Hill officer John Escobar was also shot and injured. Both officers were taken to the hospital and released Saturday morning.
When I opened the window, it was gunshots, screaming. I saw someone laying on the ground. It was horrific.
Faris says officers told him to stay inside as they investigated. He later spoke with police and gave them his account of what he heard and saw.
I feel really sorry. Those guys are out late night, doing their jobs, and the last thing you want, for any of them to get hurt.
And Faris says he's especially thinking about the Escobar family.
I know one of the officers is expecting a baby in a couple of weeks, so I wish his family some sympathy, and hopefully he recovers fast.
The Connecticut Inspector General's office is leading the investigation, and investigators have not released additional details about the circumstances surrounding the exchange of gunfire.